Hello and welcome to Thyria. If you would like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. This is an RPG with turn-based combat, dynamic exploration, and a very in-depth crafting system. So let's get going and start a new game. We're going to play on normal, and we are going to be playing as the witch, Thyria. And we're going to be delving into various people's nightmares and attempting to cleanse them of demons and so on and so forth. So that's basically the premise of the game. A dawn in the feverish light over a barely awakened forest, a stream and its whispering within a valley, a cottage at the edge of a hidden wood. A stranger knocks on the door, bringing with him his fears and mysteries, but also the beginning of an incredible story. Some living soul, please. Forgive my intrusion, please. I need your help. Welcome, ancestor. Know that I was waiting for you. What? You were expecting me? I'm confused. I think you're mistaken. My arrival is impromptu, and I hope to solicit... Don't worry, old man. I'm ready. A little more time wouldn't have hurt, but I might as well enjoy your presence. That? Well, yes, very well, but You will be my first guinea pig, ancestor. I know you're wondering about the curse that has fallen upon your village, and rightly so, because this evil will eat away at you like a gangrene, but one thing at a time. I'll take care of your case first, get rid of your torment. Your misfortune is incipient. It will be easy to lift, and it will be an excellent start for me. I'm going to put you to sleep and take advantage of your sleep to interfere with your dreams. They harbor the fears that feed the curse of your village. Pleasure? Sorry. Is your arm on fire? Come a little closer. Alright, so obviously this is a pretty in-depth game, and getting a big tutorial like this is very overwhelming, at least in my opinion. I think it was overwhelming for me when I first played, but don't worry, I'm going to try to explain things kind of concisely, and so you gain a decent understanding, so that when you play the game, you're going to have a nice, shall we say, basic framework. Obviously, I'm not going to go through absolutely every single thing, but the game isn't that difficult to understand. But it will take some time to get used to it, just so you know. That's just a warning, okay? So anyway, we have the ability to fuse items, okay? And we have soul stones. So obviously, as a part of the tutorial, they're going to give you soul stones for free, and you can basically choose which ones you want to go for. So you could see here, we can pick between a soul stone that is imbued with light, with time, with defense, and indeed with physical abilities. So you can see here that if I were to go for a physical one, I'm going to gain a cornelian, and we're also going to be going for something else that is imbued with shadow magic or something like that. Or we could go for pure rage. Let's go for pure rage. Why not? And we can then place that in the crafting bench. This is the crafting system. You're going to fuse both of these together, and that is going to create a guardian. And a guardian is extremely, extremely important. So there you go, we did it. A new guardian with archetype Berserk joined your roster. You'll be able to browse them after your first dream completion. So these are the aptitudes for our first guardian. You can see their abilities and everything. You can see that they have Day Strike and Night Strike. That is going to be important when you actually are in a dream. And then they also have Raging Blow and Raging Throw. And there you have it. So we've crafted our first guardian. Now, there's this button here. As I said to you, there are quite a few UI elements that are a little bit difficult to see, kind of not so obvious. And then we do have our resources displayed down in the bottom left. So what we want to do is we want to take 100 dust and create another random stone. We're going to do another 2 random stones. And this is going to get us completely randomized guardian. So this is obviously completely different from what we had before, where we could actually be a little bit more specific about what we wanted. But we're going to get something completely random now, and that's what I really love about this game. The fact that pretty much it reminds me of a very old game by the name of Monster Rancher. Very, very old game. That was on the PlayStation 1, and the ability to sort of meld a large number of different archetypes into a new archetype, I think is absolutely amazing. I love that. I love that kind of thing. And these guardians, by the way, they can level up. So they're going to be gaining more strength, they're going to be gaining equipment, they're going to be gaining skills, and so on and so forth. So then you also have this. So this is your cube. So yeah, again, a lot of tutorial boxes here, and they are quite overwhelming, as I say, but that is okay. Don't worry about it. Everything is quite simple. So all we need to do now is, as a part of the tutorial, we're going to be picking one, right? So we have a choice of 3 active circuits. So you see here, we have one here that allows the cube to cast Thyria's Strike every 0.66 seconds, and it deals 0.15 damage. And this casts a stronger version every 5 times it casts. So, and it targets the closest enemy. So this is basically like an auto attack almost when you are inside a dream sequence, which is basically the exploration. That's the dynamic exploration portion of the game. You also have this. The cube casts 1 ethereal fireball projectile quickly 1 time every 3 seconds, deals 1 damage, targets the strongest enemy. That could be pretty good, but it's every 3 seconds. Not entirely sure if I really like that much. This is an ethereal firewall, and that casts it every 3 seconds once again. However, as you see right here, it does mean the wall is large. It says the wall is large, so that means it must cover a really, really good section of the area, of the play area that you're going to be in, and maybe that's going to be pretty good. But they do recommend taking this first circuit, and I know exactly why. I've used this many times before, and I personally feel like it is indeed a very good one. So we're just going to right click, and then that's going to add it onto this little section of cube. You could see here that there are going to be additional, maybe additional areas of the cube that you're going to then be able to expand, because you can see here it says collect, a total of 0 mandragoras, and you can see here that in general that you're maybe going to get more opportunities to customize the cube and make it more powerful over time. And then obviously you have the grimoire here, which is all to do with the next mission and the patient and so on and so forth. And once again, a lot of overwhelming information in regards to the tutorial, but that's okay. You don't need to worry about pretty much any of this unless you want to know exactly what's going on here. So for example, you can see here the affix for this particular dream. The monsters in battle have 10% increased life. You have a new patient here. You can take a look at the difficulty as well. So you see here the patient's imagination size along with the dream's layout. So it's an easy and straight mission. Then you have the extraction point. This is the type of mission that it is. And then it's during the day. So as I said to you before, this has an impact on some particular guardian's abilities, and they're going to change, dependent on what's currently going on there. And then you obviously have the creature level that tells you exactly how strong the enemies are going to be. And then you have a bonus here. Upon completing the patient's dream, you'll earn 3 trinkets. The reward multiplier is 101% with the current treatment. So you can see there, you can literally just do that, and I can now technically inject, and that's going to mean that enemies will now have 36% increased life, and this influences the amount of mech ghosts by 80%. So I've basically made it more difficult now. If I want to, I can actually reduce this. As you can see, look at this. I can click and drag on this. I actually didn't even know about this beforehand. Just bear that in mind. I did not know about this. This was something that I was not actually sure of. So yeah, this is quite funny. But yeah, we can basically do this, and this is going to make it more difficult. So let's actually make them have, I don't know, 25% more life. Actually, wait, no, let's do there. Let's do this so that we get 4 trinkets at the very end. I think that sounds pretty cool. So let's do that, and then we can embark. Now, Guardians. This is the turn-based combat portion of the game. So you can see here that we have 2 Guardians. You can change where they are placed on the, on the playing field. There are formations that you can go for. Obviously, we're going to be putting our shadow, physical, kind of guy, our berserker at the front here, and then we'll put our witch doctor. Looks like a witch doctor in the back, and then we're just going to go for that. And yeah, you can obviously see here, allocate 1 guardian from the roster to the formation board. Obviously, I don't have any in the roster. Move the position of 1 guardian. I can obviously do that. Dismiss a guardian from the formation. So if I right click, you can see that I can just do that, and then we can start the inception. And that's basically how things are going to go. And so what we're now going to do is we're going to delve into the dreams of the old man. And this is going to be the dynamic portion of the game, the dynamic exploration of his dreams. Here I am, plunged into the nightmare of the old man. My first exploration. It's time to put everything I've learned into practice. You go the furthest when you don't know where you're going. Okay, so this is it. And this is all real time. This is all real time. So you're going to be attacked quite dramatically. And as you can see here, there is a familiar presence. I am an anchor to the infected dreams, a rest of memories. And yeah, we can otherwise go here, pull this, absorbed some sapphire power, and now you can see we're actually being attacked by ghosts. So I will try my very, very hardest not to get hit here. And obviously bear in mind, the fact that we took that particular cube is absolutely fantastic. You know, the cube circuit actually made a huge difference. And basically exploring around here deals 7% maximum. Oh, that's bad. All right, there we go. I actually interacted with this tree, so we're now going to, you know, we actually gained some soul dust from this, but that has also now triggered some additional ghosts. So the more that you explore, the more that you're going to have some issues. You can indeed attack manually if you so desire. So for example, Sheaf of Fire right here, launch an Ether Frog, which deals 2 damage. The frog jumps 1 time, and moving can cancel the animation. So as you can see right here, that's the frog. Do you see that? You see that particular, that little graphic right there? That basically means that you basically are throwing the frog, and you know, it's gonna be pretty decent. Okay, so we are otherwise going to go over here. This is a little bit problematic for me, mostly because we may have some issues, because I think we're gonna get into a Guardian fight relatively early here. Maybe not. Maybe I can get a little bit lucky here. So this is all randomized as well, as far as I'm aware, by the way. So every single exploration is randomized, at least as far as I know. I'm not that well experienced in the game yet, but as far as I'm aware, I've done the first couple of missions, and they do seem to be different each time. I've created 2 different characters in the past, and they are never the same. So, you know, take from that what you will. Anyway, a moment of respite and joy. You can select 1 item at your own indiscretion. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. At your own discretion, not indiscretion. Okay, so we can take a card, an amulet, a comb, or a figure. This multiplies the total experience by 2. That sounds pretty cool. And this is going to cost me 1... actually, no, it's not going to cost me anything. If I wanted to re-roll, then it would have cost me 1 ink, but it didn't. So that's nice. Yeah, so you can see here that the threat is increasing as I spend time in the dream area. And now, as you see, the cube starts shaking because that tells us that we are now about to be attacked. So, let's see what happens here. This is our first bit of combat. So, enemies are also relatively, should we say, relatively randomized. And you can see here that I have Raging Blow, that deals 13 physical damage. And then I have Day Strike, and that has lower physical damage, but it has a 50% chance to deal 9.1 fire and 9.1 poison, which is actually kind of insane. So what we're going to do is I am going to use Day Strike to attack this thing. Ooh, got really unlucky there. Okay, that was pretty unlucky because I was kind of hoping for the 50%. Oh, my guy is stunned as well. That's not very good. Okay, let's try and do some damage to that one in the back. There we go. Nice damage from the Witch Doctor. Wow, he did so much damage. Actually, kind of crazy. It's quite funny how powerful some Guardians can actually be. You can see here, this guy is just absolutely murdering, and this was a randomized character, and you can see, there you go, your Guardians have vanquished these Dream Invaders, and your cube has absorbed 8 cube knowledge. And now I have no idea what cube knowledge is, but I'm going to assume that it is indeed the way that Guardians level up. I'm going to assume that to be the case at least. Okay, so now we can make our way over into this direction. One of your Guardians was cursed. Ah, that sounds great. That's very nice. Thank you very much for that. And now I can interact with this after the battle. Let's just use the frog a little bit here. Getting absolutely massacred. Absolutely massacred. Okay, come on, frog. Go over there. Oh, no. This is bad. This is bad news bears right here. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, this card is not pick-upable for some reason. But yeah, oh well, it doesn't really matter too much. Ah, this tree can be inspected as well. So let's do that. There we go. Red trees are symbols of life. It soothed my guardians, but also the patient's mind. And there we go. We can now get some more items here. So let's get a mirror, I think. A mirror or a wand. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds pretty good. And we can continue exploring up here a little bit, as you can see, but I don't think there's anything else up here, so that was a bit of a waste for me. But yeah, you can actually use space to do a little dodge as well. And there's also G, which is another ability, which is Will-o'-the-Wisp, which allows you to display one of the dream objectives. And here we go. We're going into another battle. I'm unfortunately not finding the extraction point at the moment, which is a little bit scary. Whoa. That is a big enemy. Okay, we might have some issues with that. I'm gonna just kill this as soon as possible. Oh. Did he summon something? I have no... Oh yeah, he summoned a skeleton. Oh, that's so cool. I had no idea that he could even do that. That is amazing. Okay, so let's do some damage here. 15 damage. Very nice. This big guy is going to do so much damage. I wouldn't be surprised if he has, you know, like small enemies ready to burst from him or something like that. That would be really bad for us, but hopefully that's not going to happen. And we can actually curse him as well. Trauma, deal 8 poison damage and inflict incurable statuses. Now I'm just going to do the 15 fire damage. I think that's pretty good, especially considering we can critically hit and actually do double that damage. And there you go, there's the bleed. The bleed has actually finished the guy off, so that's wonderful. Okay, so yeah, obviously as you can tell, that's kind of the combo with this game. So, you know, you're doing this dynamic exploration and then you're getting these turn-based battles. And this, I believe, over here is the extraction point. So we're going to be going there. There we have it. Okay, did I make it? Did I actually make it? Yeah, I think I did. Okay, fantastic. So then we get another one of these guys. And now we just have to be very, very careful here because I'm a bit worried about it. We're just going to have to kill this as soon as possible. Oh, he dodged. He dodged, but he is bleeding, so I guess that's relatively good. I guess I will just do a fireball on this guy. He's going to die from the bleed in just a moment. My witch doctor is going to have some problems soon enough. Nice, another bleed. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's do this. I have a bad feeling about this. Bad news bears right here. Bad news bears. The bleed does 8 damage. The bleed is actually surprisingly strong. There we go. Nice. And I believe that is indeed a victory for us. Yes, 12 cube knowledge as well. Great. Okay. So, yeah, I can just hope that we are going to get our guardians leveled up as well. It feels like they're really, really strong already, but I really would love to have them be super, super powerful for the next dream sequence, because you can see obviously how powerful some of these enemies are, and we're getting by kind of not by the skin of our teeth, so to speak, but we're definitely having issues. You know, we're having some issues. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I can't even pick that up. I think I have a full inventory right now. So here we go. We did it. The patient is saved. Thyria can leave right now or stay a bit more. Leaving will provide all rewards acquired through quest validation, satchel items, and killed monsters. If you decide to stay and die, you will lose it all. So that's obviously a pretty big deal. Anyway, we're going to accept that. We're going to go out because I don't really want to lose everything. And also bear in mind that we did make the exploratory element and maybe even the turn-based combat more difficult thanks to the use of the syringe. At least initially. Well, back to reality. You can wake up, old man. What happened? I put you into a deep sleep and slipped into your nightmare. And with the help of my guardians, I dislodged your demons. You are free of them. Incredible! I feel so relieved. The intangible burden that oppressed me has disappeared. How to thank you, witch, and what is the name of my liberator? Your deliverance is enough. But if you want to express your gratitude to me, send the message to the residents of your hamlet. Have them come and consult me as soon as possible. Tell them that their evils will be appeased by a witch, the Thyria witch. Alright, so there you go. We are now done with that, and we have new crafting reagents, which is actually going to be fantastic, because what we're going to be able to do now is we could place a trinket with the mineral category, as you can see from the tutorial up at the top here. So mineral category right here, and then we want to be placing a trinket with the bones category. So we have bones here as well, and boom. So this is to do with crafting charms, crafting armor and equipment and things like that, and they can be equipped to your guardian. So you can see here, this increases the physical damage resistance group by 5. I also, you will also level up your witchcraft level by crafting various pieces of gear too. So that's something to bear in mind. So you can then place a trinket on the crafting bench, and then you can place a stone as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a stone, and then we can place a trinket here, and then we can... Wait a minute. Is that not the trinket that I wanted to do? Wait a minute. Place any trinket on the crafting bench. Did I not just place a trinket with category bones? Okay, so we would actually just have to create one like so. Yeah, like that. There we go. Yeah, and there you go. We got some gloves. A pair of gloves Thyria can wear. This item is providing the following effects. Increases the Guardian's resistance to elemental by 4% and increases the Guardian's resistance to occult, damage, and effects by 0%. Okay, unfortunate that it was just 0%, but still good enough. And we had the ability to do that, which is very, very nice. Now, we also have this, which is indeed... Okay, they did not level up. That is very, very sad. I actually thought that they would level up in this time, but unfortunately they did not. However, you are going to be able to inspect them a little bit, as you see here. When you start playing at night, you gain the saved and doomed status every time you're the target of a harmful enemy skill, and all this other wonderful stuff. And then you can also, of course, see their available skills here. You can see their combiner and everything, and that's going to allow you to do extra stuff, you know, all kinds of extra stuff. I wonder, yes, you can actually rename these guys as well. So we're going to be calling this guy Bread Killer. Oh, it doesn't actually... Oh, no, never mind. Okay, fine. We'll call him something like... fine. I'll just call him... Twister. Oh, that does not make any sense whatsoever for a witch doctor, but there you go. Alright. The fact is, this game is very, very fun, and maybe you're going to like it too. I don't know. Maybe you'll like it too. There is a link in the description. Check it out if you'd like. Add it to your Steam wishlist, buy it, do whatever you want, and have a grand old time exploring the world of Thyria. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.